صباح الخير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you very much for joining us and joining me for this workshop. And as always, we do believe in Al Mawakib, in our partnership. We do believe that you are active members for the school. And everything that the school is doing is to make sure that our children, your children, are on the right path, and to ensure their first well-being and second their academic progress. So بنشكركم من قلبنا وبنشكر وجودكم معنا, and thank you very much for being who you are. يعني we value your trust, and we hope that we build a learning environment in our school which is nurturing and which is conducive for our vision and your vision as well. So this workshop is to make sure that we are on the same page, the school, you and your children, on those standardized exams like MAP, and really to understand why children need to put all the effort to make sure that they are performing up to their level in MAP. So we will explore some of the features and some of the important ideas and questions. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. Some of the questions that sometimes you ask: what is MAP, and why do we need to prepare for MAP? So as you know, we have the stand. Let me just make sure that the slides are. Okay, so first of all, we need to focus on the external assessments. And what are these external assessments? Our school conduct some assessments, our international assessments that are mandated by KHDA, and KHDA and the government see the importance of our students being exposed to such exams. The most important one out of all is the MAP that is conducted 3 times every year. The difference between external and internal assessment is that external assessments, they are standardized. The meaning standardized, they are not 100% content linked. يعني منهم مرتبطين بcontent. They measure skills, and mainly the skills that they are measuring, or they try to measure, are skills that require critical thinking and comprehensive reading from children. So those exams are made in a way that are adaptive. What do you mean by adaptive? That as the child is doing the exam gets harder or easier related to the child's performance. And it covers a wide range of skills. Versus the internal exams, yani the school exams as you know it, they are exams that are related to a specific content. So we say study chapter kaza, unit kaza, and the exam is going to be only in this. Versus in external, we don't have a control over the content. So thus, sometimes you hear your child coming to you and they say, okay, we've been asked about something that we didn't take in school. That's very, very normal. Okay, because I will explain now how this adaptation works. I'm coming to that slide. So from its name, it's called Measure of Academic Progress. So the MAP that is done 3 times of the year, it measures the progress of the child. And I need to highlight the word which is progress. And I want each one of you to understand with me, what do we need to highlight to our child? So what matters in MAP is not how much you score only in MAP. What matters is that you had a score in the first window, which is the fall window, the first MAP, and then you had a certain target and you achieved that target. This means that the growth, the expected growth is met. So always when we talk to your children, because I conducted earlier last week a similar workshop with your children, explaining to them that what matters in MAP is the growth, not the content. It is not an attainment exam. يعني منه تحصيل، هو تقدم. So we conducted 3 times every year. There is the fall, and then there is the winter, and then there's the spring. The spring is the most important MAP because it's towards the end of the year. So the MAP that your child is conducting now, we started yesterday, and it will move it will be within a period of 2 to 3 weeks, is the accumulation of this year, is the MAP that we use to consider how to measure the growth. So simply the spring MAP is the MAP that we will use to see the growth of your child. So when we conduct it at the beginning of the year, which is fall, and then we conduct it at the end of the year, which is spring, we check how much each and every student had, met the target or reached where we want him to reach. So the very important question is that how do we prepare for MAP? Okay, actually, I'll give you some tips that we want your help. This year we emphasized for children, the word responsibility. I had a couple of meetings with your children to highlight the word responsibility. All our teachers or our heads of sections are always emphasizing this, because really, actually, to study it's your responsibility, it's your child's responsibility, and definitely with our and your help. So we do that, we emphasize this in school. Our teachers, they are always assigning tasks, they are always following up on homework as much as possible, okay? But there is a very important tool that we have introduced around, I think, a couple of years back, 6-7 years back, which is IXL. IXL is a learning platform. It's a very, very, very important and rich learning platform. Along with RAS, which is a reading platform, but IXL is an external resource that helps your children to grow on this learning spectrum. And I'm sure you are aware of it, but now I will focus on this platform. So I will come to the MAP reports eventually. I will go back to that, but let me tell you how MAP and IXL are related. So MAP and IXL are related in a way that when every child in school conducts his MAP or her MAP, he has a certain score. We call it a RIT score, RIT. So his RIT score, we take that score, it's automatically done, and it is linked to his IXL account. So what IXL does is that IXL creates for this child something that we call a map. Okay, it's a skills map. I will tell you where to see it. So for English, which is reading and language, and math, this is done automatically through IXL. So IXL prepares a plan for every child. And this plan, you as parents and your children have access to it, which is here. So when you go to the portal, you see that there is something called an external resource. You click on it. In that external resource, you will see external reports and external exams. In the external reports, if you press on it, there is something called skill plans. These plans are, customized plan prepared by an IXL team, which is an international team ready for your child to work on it. And let's keep in mind that those plans are plans that are built based on the child's score and based on the child's skills, knowledge. So in a way, they see where are the biggest number of mistakes, and they plan it in a way that the child focus on these. So we always remind your children, and we send emails, and we assign on web agenda as teachers. They do remind all the children to work on these. But to be very realistic, this is still growing and it requires a lot of attention from us and from you. So we do really urge you and we do ask you to have your children go and do this. This is done, it can be done weekly. It is planned in a way that it takes enough time and not more excessive time from your child. So this is very, very important because IXL, it has science, but it's not linked to math science. What our science teachers did is that they created a tile on Learn Online called Map Science. So under the map tile, there are science resources that are customized also per class for your children. So science, you will not find the plans of science here. You will find them on Learn Online. So I repeat, you access the portal, you go to external resources, you go to external reports. In external reports, you will see these skill plans and they are always available for your child. And the way it works is that after every map, those plans are updated. So always there are updated plans. So you finish fall, the fall map, you have the score. That score is linked to IXL. IXL builds those plans and sends to you and to your child. So before we used to do that manually. This is the way we used to do it. For example, that your children used to help us doing it. So they used to put their existing score and what's their projected score. And immediately they used to update this plan. This step, we are doing it for you now. This is the look of a skill plan. And this is the way they will see you. So you will see here, there's the skill. Okay, and there are the exercises and where your child needs to go and start working on them. So this is, for example, for English. You will see another one which is for math. So this is the way, this is what the skill plan will look. So those are very, very important. We urge you always, we have them on the web agenda. This year, what we did is that we shared with you the exact dates by day on the map test dates. We were very keen that when are those dates? When are those dates? And we shared them by email, we shared them by class, we had it on the web agenda. Your children are aware 100%. Please make sure that your children know when is their map exam for them to plan ahead of time. So don't wait until you see that tomorrow I have map, let's do it, let's prepare it. No, we need what I told our students. We need the most accurate picture of you. So we really want your children to be focused during the map, not only to improve their scores. We want to have a clear picture because we will take these map scores, we will adjust our curriculum accordingly. So we require those map scores in order to have some decisions that are school-wide decisions. And we also use it to differentiate in class. Yani, we use the math to see exactly where's the level of every child and in what group does this child fit in order to make sure that we have realistic goals. That's the word. We need to have realistic goals for every child. So we need your help to ensure that your children are aware, you and your children are aware of the dates, well prepared before the dates, not only prepared just by studying or working on IXL, I'm coming to that, but mentally prepared, mentally coming and understanding the importance of this exam. That's as important as their final year exam. And that's why, I will come to that later on, that's why you see that we added this on our report card. And this, I will come to that later on. So when your child does the actual exam, the map exam, we share with you the reports. You will find these also on the portal. And also we send you a link, usually you have them. Your child also have them. That has these reports. These reports are very important reports. They come by subject, math, language, reading, and science. And if you see, they are, I will follow through with me, please. So they are by window. So this is spring 2022, fall 2022, winter 2023, spring 2023, fall 2023, and now that's the last one, which is winter 2024. So every window has 3 bars. The blue bar, there is the orange bar, and the yellow bar. The blue bar is where your child is. So for example, in math, this student in the fall had a RIT score of 209. And if you see in the winter, he made it to 240. So there is a growth. Always, you will see later on, I don't have it with me here, but towards the end here, you will see a dotted blue line. A dotted blue line is the projected score. So for example, this child scored 240 in this winter. On his report here, you will see a projected growth. So you will see it like this, a dotted blue line. So it will say, for example, 250. So 250 means it is the expected growth of this child. So after every map, there is the child score, and there is a dotted line here that doesn't exist here now because this is not a school, this is not a student view, this is a school view. And this one, it will show what is the expected growth. This is the number that we want you to know, and we want you to discuss with your child, the expected growth. I will go back to this. The orange is the school average. It's our Al-Mawakib schools average. And the yellow is the word average. So you see, if I go to this child is doing below his school average and below the international average. So this is the way you need to see, and you need to read the reports. And here to your right are you need to focus on the bold one. The bold one is the RIT score. This is the range. You don't need to go to that. And parallel to this, there is something called the percentile. The percentile is the percentage of the attainment. Yani if this child scored 240, he has a 73 percentile. This means he scored better than 73% of his peers in the world. So the percentile gives you the percentage where does your child stands out of 100 students in the world. So those reports, there is a math report, there's a language report, there is a reading report, and there is a science report. So always make sure that you see these reports. Make sure that you understand them and you discuss them with your child. But since we know that, everyone, because this is the school culture that we are trying to change with your help, everyone waits for the report card. What we did is that we added this to the report card. So if you see, this is the report card of, for example, let's say till the end of the year. So we have the map, okay? The map is done 3 times. So the language is done in fall, winter, and spring. Same thing, math, fall, winter, and spring. Reading, fall, winter, and spring. So let's take this student. So this student in the fall, in language, he scored 196. It's color-coded red because he didn't meet his expectations. If you remember that dotted blue line. And in winter, he made some progress. So now he met the expectation, that blue line. He met the number that in this blue line. And in spring, he met and he exceeded. So when you exceed, you are green. When you just meet your expectation, it is blue. When you don't meet, it is red. So we aim always for green. We aim always for green. This is very, very important for you to discuss with your child. I know all of us, we look at the first part of the report card that are, how much he scored in English, math, and science. Important. Internal scores. As important, if not more. This is accurate picture of your child in international exams. But until now, the drive that we are doing is that really we want to capture the accurate picture because kids are not taking seriously. That's not all of them, some of them. So we want them to take it seriously, to perform at their best for us to have an accurate picture, and we want your help for that, with that. So this is how we share the MAP reports. And I will go back to this slide. So I'll go back. So as I told you, those are always showing on IXL, on our external reports, and they are tailor-made plans. We did one more thing. Please look at this. On the main page of IXL, you will see this on the page of your child, and you will see these stars. These stars are additional skills that are assigned by teachers. So our teachers, we told them, don't restrict the child's work to what IXL is assigning. Add more. So you will see there are skills, for example, here in this grade, 8th grade, from A to M or X. We highlighted what the child must do. Very encouraged, highly recommended. But if I were you, and I hope that we reach that point, encourage your children to go beyond this. Encourage them to look at that part which is H and see what does it mean by analyzing informational text. The more we ask them or we push them to work, the better they will perform, not only on IXL, they will perform better in the internal exams also as well, because eventually we are trying to map those external exams into our internal. We are trying to use the same format, the critical thinking and the comprehensive reading questions. So pretty much we want your help to push your children to prepare well for MAP. And if your child tells you, but it's not important, it's not there on the report card. No, it is there on the report card. And it should give you an indication. You need to tell him, okay, listen, this is your score. I know you do that better than I'm just advising as a father. You know how to access your children definitely better than us. You need to tell them, I'm expecting from you to meet those targets. And always, please, we ask you and we urge you to have that dialogue always with your children. So this is MAP. Okay, there is two other exams. I'm not going to highlight them a lot. IBT is the Arabic. We have another workshop for that. And there is another one, which is the NGRT. This is the English. Also, we do it 3 times. We do it A, B, and C. Okay, and as you see, here also we have a code for that. A good score in NGRT that measures the reading is any score which is above 5 and above, 6 and above. You can simply say that. And we have a certain code for that. You will see it on the report card of your child. So also those exams are set, and we will share with you the dates. Make sure this is a reading exam. Improving reading is an ongoing thing. So actually, we need to ensure that our children, your children, are reading more in order to improve that skill. So some learning tips. Akid, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm sure that all of them, you know them, and we are blessed with this parent community that we have, alhamdulillah, and we know that you are active partners with us. We want what's best for your children, and we are trying our best to make sure that they make you and they make us proud, and we are already proud. So these are some tips, okay? Always emphasize on the growth mindset, the progress, okay? Encourage them, tell them that they can do better. I know they can. So always make sure that that mindset is, emphasized. Realistic goals, the goals are there for you. They are on that dotted line. Make sure that they are always aware of them. The awareness, the word aware is a very important terminology here. Encourage them to read, that homework. I know they are working and we are following up, and, we try our best to celebrate their success and their achievements and when they meet their targets. So, it would be lovely if you can also share with us how you celebrate their targets. We would love to hear from you, and this will give us some ideas also as well. I have nothing more to say, but just to, reiterate how important this exam is. And I just want to finish with what I started. You know, we value your partnership. Without your partnership, we cannot push the school and your children forward. You are a very important part, an integral part in this journey, the journey of pushing your children forward. كلياتنا بدنا أحسن لأولادنا. كلنا بدنا. We want the best for our children. We want the best. And we want to be very careful for not to pressure them too much, but at the same time, pushing their high expectation. And this is a very thin line that we need to be very careful drawing. Okay, so thank you very much for attending this workshop with me. I salute you, I thank you, ويعطيكم ألف عافية وشكرا كثير لوقتكم ووجودكم معنا. يعطيكم ألف عافية. Thank you very much.